Yo, it's Jazzy Jazz, and I'm excited because I've got Lala in the building, the one and
Hi,
only
Jazzy
Lala
Jazz. How are
Anthony.
you?
Girl, you
Hey.
are like a whole multi-hyphenate. I don't know if people know the full scope of who you are and what you've done. I mean, we were just talking about how you started in radio. I didn't even know that. And
Yes,
you were an MTV DJ. Of course, you've been a reality star. Everybody loves you from Full Court and The Wedding. And your acting chops are fire. You have
thank
killed
you.
it in Shy, Power, BMF, and so many movies. We would be here forever naming them from You Got Served to Think Like a Man. So you are such a boss, and I'm a big fan. So
Thank you.
thank
I appreciate that.
yeah. And on top of all that, you're an activist. You're a hella good mommy. Like you are dedicated,
Thank you.
and you ride for us. So we really, appreciate you. So let's dive in. Your son is getting ready to go off to college, follow in daddy's footsteps. How do you
Yes.
feel about all that?
I'm super excited for his journey and this next part of his journey. But as a mom, you never want your kid to leave the house. It just happens so quickly. Like, still young. I'm like, I'm going to be in this house by myself. I get sad about that, but I am super excited for him and his journey. And, as a college student, as a college athlete, just as a young man, stepping into his own, like there's nothing that I'm more proud of. So I'm really
Yeah.
excited.
And you remember when he was a little baby, and now look at him,
I know it's,
balling.
you hear people always say it goes so fast, and you're like, well, does it? And then you look up and you're like, no, this went by fast. Like it just was like that. And now he's on his way.
And you look gorgeous, so you haven't changed. He gets older, you don't.
Thank you. Well, that's the best compliment. Thank you.
I want to know the secret, though. We want to know, how do you keep it looking so good?
I do work out. I make a commitment to myself to work out. I try to eat healthy. I'm not perfect by any means, but I try to and I work out. And I try to stay consistent, in my routine, and also try not to stress, man. Stress will add years to you. Like you can't
Mm,
stress things you can't
that's a
control. It's
fact.
kind of got to just go with the flow, really be rooted in your faith and in God and understanding, life is going to be what it is. And I just try to like not beat myself up too much because I know that adds stress and years and wrinkles and all that stuff. So I'm just like, I don't want any of it.
No, but that's a fact. We got to try to be too blessed to be stressed, right? But so many times I feel too stressed to be blessed. So
Right.
when
I do
you
that.
when you get to those moments, what carries you through? How do you get through those tough moments?
Definitely, like I said, faith, my son, instead of looking at the glass half empty, half full, like all the beautiful blessings that, I've had in this life. And I always try to just think of the positive and always like people out here that have it bad and have it worse. And, I'm always trying to figure out ways to help. So I always try to put myself in a very grateful, mindset for sure.
Oh, I love that. That's a fact. I love that. Okay, advice for example, you juggle being a mom, and you're a dedicated mom, being on the carpet, rocking out all these shows, on the set. What's the secret to that?
It's a constant balancing act every day, and I think the secret is not to beat yourself up because as women, we're our own worst critics. It's like we
Mm.
beat ourselves up, like we're doing the best we can, we're doing it all. Just continue to be confident, have grace, and give yourself grace. Like I had to learn that. Like I had to give myself a little bit more grace and understand, the way I spoke about myself, the way I felt about myself really affected how I walked into these rooms or how I was able to be a great mom and great actor. And like you said, be at these various events and show up as authentically me as possible. So really, really faith, confidence, and just not beating myself up, and just like loving on myself a little bit more.
I am so here for that because if you don't love yourself, how you gonna love somebody else? To quote RuPaul.
Exactly.
Well,
Exactly.
congratulations on raising such a young, beautiful
Thank
king. I know that has to bring you so much joy and pride.
you.
Now, and the other thing you're doing, nobody would know this. You struggle with plaque psoriasis, something that affects
Mhm.
7 million people in this country. And, so talk to me about that. You've started a campaign or you're working on educating folks about it.
I mean, I'm fully transparent with who I am and what I've been through. So I've had plaque psoriasis for more than 10 years, which is like, the flaky patches on your skin. I get it like behind my ears, my eyebrows a lot. And I just, the more I would be talking to people about it, the more I realize so many people suffer from the same thing and like feel unconfident or feel like they have to hide. And I'm like, I'm going to use my platform and my story to let people know that you don't have to do that. You can still be confident. You can still walk in any room. You don't have to feel like people are looking at you. So I partnered with Amgen, and we did a great, great partnership. And it's really about just setting the tone, the conversation, and educating people on what it is. We did a interactive video on momentswithlala.com where I talk about my experience, and people can really, ask questions. And
That's
also
what's
the
up.
goal is to just get people to talk to their doctor and find out what works best for them. It's not a one size fit all,
Right.
but it's really just about having that confidence to feel like I'm not alone in going through this.
Is there a difference, do you think, for Black folks and, other folks when you're dealing with something like that with plaque psoriasis?
I mean, so I'm Black, so I only know it from the Black perspective.
We
I
know,
only know my
we know
business.
you are. You are.
I only know it from the Black perspective, and it can be challenging at times. But I'm not gonna let it. I'm not gonna let it beat me. So I'm like, okay, I got this. Sometimes, I gotta wear my hair a certain way or do certain little tricks that
Right.
work. But you definitely figure it out. But it is what it is. You got to just, again, it goes back to what we said, take everything in stride, everything with grace. And I just love that I was able to partner with Amgen and just start the conversation and start the education
That's
process
what's
for
up.
how
That's what's
to,
up. And that's not all. You are an activist on something that I'm so passionate about because it affects especially our men, but our women too, our communities, our families, and that's I call it criminal injustice, the criminal injustice system. And you started your own organization, 360. Tell us
yes.
about that. What inspired it? What do you do? How can we
So
help? I am that
based
inspired.
here in New York out of Rikers Island, which is, a pretty infamous place here in New York City for incarcerated individuals. So we work with young men ages 18 to 21. So we have a program inside the building. And then when the young men are released, we help them with reentry, finding jobs, housing, anything they need.
Mm.
And there's been so many amazing success stories. I was actually there yesterday. So I go once a week and do mentorship, you
Oh,
know,
I
programming,
love
how to
that.
better about yourself, and we have really candid, very open conversations, and it's just really a safe space. And when they come out, we try to help them as best we can. We partner with Reform Alliance, who you talked about a lot, with jobs. One of the kids from my program just got a scholarship to Columbia University, which is incredible.
What?
Yeah,
Yes.
we really try to put them
That's
in
what's up,
great
Lala.
position. Yeah, you just understand that people just need opportunity and love. And unfortunately, a lot of us African American, Hispanic people don't have the same opportunities, or the same. We grew up in different environments that forced us to go into survival mode. So it's really nice to be able to help in this way. It's like the most gratifying work that I could do.
Oh, no, and that's a fact. I mean, and you're trained for the revolving door once you go in. It's like, we
Mhm.
want you coming back because private prisons make a lot of money off of that too.
Yeah, of course, of
So
course.
what you're doing is so important. You're saving lives, communities, people. I just love that for you. I love that for us. Thank you, Lala, for all that you're
I
doing.
appreciate that. That really means a lot to me. That is my passion and what I spend a lot of my time doing. So thank you so much.
Yeah, no, thank you. For real, for real. So, like when I told people I was interviewing you, especially my guy friends, honey, they were like, please tell her, well, I'm available. They are so crushing on you. So, what's up with your love life? Are you single? Are you booed up? Like, can they slide in the DMs?
Single. I'm single. So do what you gotta do. I'm single. I am just being open to whatever, God has for me, and just, open to just whatever it is, but enjoying life, enjoying being a mom, enjoying, my career, and just living life.
Well, you're such a boss. I know God has somebody so
Thank
special for you.
I
I can't
appreciate it.
wait.
Thank you. Thank you very
So
much.
tell me, so we'll tell them what you look for in a man, because you don't play on the other side of the street. So what you look for, what you look for in a man, so that they can, start working on it.
I want somebody that's confident, funny, spontaneous, just knows how to have a good time, knows how to live life, somebody who's family and God at the center of everything. That's really important to me. I'm such a family person. I'm so about, God and faith. So to me, that's really important. Yeah,
I
those are
love
some qualities.
that. I
We could
love
start
that.
there.
I love that. I mean, you didn't start with money. I mean, of course, you want somebody, but that's not, who has means and things like that. But you didn't start with that, and I love that. You started with the character. So that is
Exactly.
beautiful. Do you think you'll get married again, or are you open to that?
There was a time where I said no, and then Sierra told me I got to stop saying that. So I stopped saying that. I'm not saying that anymore. I'm just going to be open for whatever God has in store for me.
That makes sense. And
I'm not going to
Sierra,
shut anything
Sierra
down.
and Russell, oh my
Yeah,
God, don't you
told me
love
to
them
stop
as a
saying that.
couple?
So I
Right.
made a commitment to not say that anymore.
So what do you think you've learned? Oh, you guys had so much chemistry. In fact, I interviewed you and Da Vinci, right? When you first started.
Yeah, now you're right.
Yeah,
I do remember that.
yeah,
Okay.
when you first started working together. And he is so fine inside and out, right? So everybody was like, oh my God, they're together. It's a love connection. So set us straight on that.
We were not together, but we had amazing chemistry on screen, which is great. And we're really close friends off screen. And you want to bring that chemistry, you want it to be believable. And I think it was so believable that people got caught up in like, well, what's really happening with them? But Da Vinci is an incredible actor, incredible person. And I'm just blessed to have him in my life, as a friend, and be able to have a co-star that I work so well with, that makes me so comfortable. Like, you can't take those things for granted. So he's awesome, in my book all the way around.
Yeah. So last question, and then I want to hear more. I want to make sure people know how to get in touch with you
Okay.
and Amgen about the partnership. But last question, what's your bad habit? We ask everybody that.
If I could eat a Nestle Crunch every single day, I probably would. Chocolate is my bad habit. Like it's a thing. Like I have to get it under control. So yes, that's my bad habit.
No, I feel you. Reese's is my crack. So I feel you.
Yeah,
I feel you on that.
great about it.
So
Yeah.
before we go, again, congratulations on all the work you're doing on
Thank
plaque psoriasis. I think that's going to help so many people to be able to
thank
talk
you.
about it openly. Where can they go, to get more information, and what's your recommendation on that?
So I think definitely check out momentswithlala.com because that's where we did the interactive video. We have candid conversation. You can get more information and definitely talk to your doctor about finding the best treatment option for you. So check me out at momentswithlala.com, and shout out to Amgen for an incredible partnership to just get this message out there and get people
Yes.
educated. It is for sure.
And what's next for you, Lala?
So BMF season 4 should be coming soon. The Shy season 7 is coming out. So I'm in
Yes.
all of those, working on a new show with Hulu that'll be dropping soon that I'm going to be producing and starring in. So I'm consistently working, which is a blessing. So you'll see me on the screen really soon.
I love that you're producing too. So keep us in touch. We want to know.
Well, I really enjoyed talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Love you, girl.
Okay. Love you too.
Mwah.
Okay. Okay. Bye.
Bye.